everything will be K. Ensure inclusive and equitable quality education. Promote lifelong learning opportunities for all. Doesn't it sound familiar to you? If this is what you're thinking, we know you will enjoy today's presentation because we prepared some brand new solutions for you. Well, if it's not, it's okay, because we will inspire you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Samson.
And I'm David.
We are
the Youth Advocates.
So this is our content. Today you will see background analysis, case studies, and our solution. So without further ado, let's begin.
Nowadays, we have tons of ways to receive an education.
And getting an education seems pretty straightforward and reasonable in our generation.
It appears to be a regular and expected thing for us, and even a fundamental obligation for people in the country. But do you know, according to a report released by UNESCO, many communities do not have access to schools, teacher resources, and comprehensive education. Since I, as students, want to make some differences, we will focus on Target 4.3 to ensure equal access to the education. Fortunately, we are not alone. Many organizations around the world have started working and making progress toward Goal 4.
Now, let us see some great examples. 2 years into COVID pandemic, half of the world's students are still affected by partial or complete school closure. Hence, prioritizing education recovery is crucial to avoid a generational catastrophe. UNESCO is supporting countries in their effort to mitigate the impact of school closure, address learning losses, and adapt education systems, particularly for vulnerable and underprivileged communities. In order to mobilize and support learning continuity, UNESCO has established a global education coalition. And here are the two systems that are used by UNESCO. The first is called Google Classroom. It helps classes to connect, communicate, and organize remotely. And the second, as you can see, is called Sentry Tech. Personal learning pathways with micro lessons. It helps addressing gaps in knowledge, challenge students, and promote long-term memory retention. So with platforms, systems, and applications like these, we get to solve the issue. Well, maybe not instantly, but gradually and effectively.
Here's another one in Taiwan, where the government strives to offer effective learning environments. That is Taipei Code Cloud, a learning platform that enables students to attend classes remotely. The Ministry of Education has then pointed out that underprivileged students have insufficient network and hardware equipment, which creates a digital gap, affects academic performance, and widens the education gap between urban and rural areas. As a result, the Education Bureau of Taipei City Government decided to donate more than 20,000 tablet computers in response to the need for distance learning. In doing so, it helps students in various ways. It solves the discrepancy of remote devices and lessen unequal teaching quality. These are two examples that show how business and government can help. And now, we've come to the heart of the matter. The point is, what can we do? Donations, idea promoting, awareness raising, we've been hearing this for a long time, but in fact, it's not apparent.
However, if we could cooperate with firms that are willing to support us financially, and of course at the same time stay connected to the suburban school that are in need, it will be a completely different story. So we would like to name our proposal the Big K. We hope the existing service learning course in our university could incorporate our Big K model. In the course, students can team up and propose ESG strategies, and the university would act as a medium and contact alumni enterprises. And then the idea of this project will become bilateral.
Which means the alumni enterprises can propose the project and support students to implement it, vice versa.
And we as students, we could devote our time and audit the process because we're at the front line of learning. And of course, we're able to provide our feedback based on real-life experiences. Now, we know, you'll probably be thinking that why not just donate to the schools that are in need? And why do you think these companies would help? Well, simple, incentives. Most of the donations that made by firms are tax deductible. Also, nowadays, the globe as a whole keeps eyes on companies now more than ever. So doing such things will build something significant for a company, which is good reputation.
What's more, reciprocity. Assuming that firms themselves plans to write an ESG report, I believe such an action would benefit the report's writing, while increasing the university's social impact on the communities.
According to research, people are more willing to join universities or companies that once held them where others before. And we hope to make this virtuous circle going on and on and on. And that is the point. So education for all has been a famous slogan and has been given attention since 1990. It's 2021 now, and we've seen so many improvements.
Still, there are more things we can do.
The ultimate goal of education is to ensure that sustainable development and quality education is not limited in developed regions only.
Although what we're trying to do seems minor, we're combining every action together.
Brigham Young once said, "Education is the power to think clearly, the power to act well at the world's work, and the power to appreciate life." With hard work and dedication,
We will make this happen.